This is a product video for General Formulations GF 285 and 287 RoughMark wrapping film, and here are the details. GF 285 RoughMark is a white matte polymeric calendar film with a thickness of 3.5 ml. Then there's the GF 287 RoughMark Clear, and this is a matte clear polymeric calendar film that is 3.0 ml thick. The liner for both is 90-pound lay flat. The adhesive is high-tack removable solvent. It's removable up to 6 months. It comes in widths of 54 and 60 inch wide and roll lengths of 75 and 100 feet. The GF 285 has a matte white finish while the 287 a clear matte finish. On a textured surface they are easily repositionable so they can be adjusted during the install. Even though the adhesive is high-tack, if the film folds on itself, it can be carefully pulled apart. Any wrinkles can be self-healed with heat before the install in order to maintain a professional finish. It's critical to avoid heating and rolling too fast, as this will leave the material bridging the surface. The key is to heat and roll slowly. This will form the film fully to the surface. Picking up a panel and seeing the shape of the surface in the film is a good indication that it has been applied correctly. On the boxes, the lot number can be found and should be documented for any warranty issues. All types of inks can be used, and the correct profile should be used in order to get the best results. It's critical to trim the panels before the install and apply a 3 to 5 inch light tack pre-mask to the edges. For surface prep, when possible, pressure wash the day before and, on the day of install, use plastic bristles to clean off any remaining debris. The first step is to create a hinge. Then, pull the liner low and flat. It's critical to do this in order to keep the film on the low energy surface that it's being applied to. Double check alignment, then tack the film onto the surface by rolling the entire panel without heat. Next, using a heat gun on the highest setting, set the edges of the panel so it stays securely in place. Be sure to do this in a 360-degree loop, especially if installing outside in case wind picks up an edge. Release the pre-mask on the edges by pulling low and flat so the film doesn't lift up, and now it's time to heat and roll the entire panel so it forms fully to the surface. It's critical to overlap the rolls in order to get 100% formation. Once set, go over the edges to double check that they are fully sealed. Once complete, there is no need to put edge seal tape or liquid on the edges. Note that for both GF 285 and 287 RoughMark wrapping film, the install protocol is the same, with 287 being slightly quicker as it's thinner. Also keep in mind that if the edges are not properly heat set at the beginning, they can curl during the heat and roll process. It's very important to heat set them after removing the pre-mask. This will keep them from lifting, which is key for quality. With the edges set, the film can be rolled either horizontally or vertically. For the clear GF 287 RoughMark, note that any debris on the surface will show through the film, so focus prep is key. There are times when multiple panels will be applied. Creating masking tape markers is important as the surface energy of textured walls is generally very, very low. Anchor a section onto the surface with a heat and roll, then release the entire liner while being sure to line the edges up with the masking tape. With the liner fully released, create 100% glass with tension, then use the same standard install techniques. If there are any recessed areas, it's very important to cut these areas away cleanly to avoid the film from lifting out of these areas over time. Heat and roll the edges to seal them. And a good tip is to combine both the GF 285, which is white, and the GF 287, which is clear, on an install. The opaque GF 285 can help make registration and alignment easier. This is because the surface energy of the wall is low, plus the high-tech adhesive tends to adhere strongly panel to panel. Also, for the edges, putting a strip on all the outside sections can help frame the image and ensure a straight edge as well as getting extra seal. The GF 285 and 287 RoughMark wrapping film can be applied to brick, block, and concrete, and the install temperature should be above 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Since the GF RoughMark series is calendar film, keep in mind that it can bridge the textured surface over time. and moisture from the wall can appear under the GF 287 clear. That said, it will hold up for 6 months, which is what the guarantee is for. When it comes time for the removal, in most cases it'll remove very easily from the surface and leave little to no adhesive residue. For more information on GF 285 and 287 RoughMark wrapping film, you can go to this website or contact General Formulations at this email or phone number. This has been a product video for General Formulations GF 285 and 287 RoughMark wrapping film, proudly produced by the Wrap Institute.